Чисто виходять двоє. Пішли. Ходимо.
Тепер відход! Дим пішов! Видихай, бобер, ти що нас старичок змучився, бачиш?
Я ще хворий там.
Зараз ще дим розійдеться і ще разок вийдемо.
How old are you?
24.
What made you join the armed forces?
I don't know, my whole family had served. So my granddad, dad, and I decided to serve. I went to the volunteer service in Lviv, to the 80th Air Assault Brigade. There were different kinds of training, trips to the training ground, and then a trip to where the government's military operations take place in the east. My most memorable moments from then were in Slavyansk and from the Luhansk airport.
Move only if you hear a shot somewhere behind you. Shout contact, and it's advisable to say contact at 11, at 12, so that the friends you're working with, who are in the rooms, so that they can hear and understand that you've made contact and then you're not shooting. You understand?
Це йде злагодження підрозділу.
This is a formal training at the Yarovsky training center. Maybe for a month or two after this they'll have a break, and then they'll go to the east maybe.
Можливо, на схід.
Like he's tied up, and then you take him away, push his head down,
I get
so
it.
that he can't see anything.
Better still, if you have a sack, put the sack over his head. I'm not joking.
No, I get it. Here's one. There are cartridges inside. Look, here's another one.
4 magazines, right?
I have 3 magazines. I have 3, so 1, 2, 3. Yes,
Without any approach, without anything at all, just go.
I get it.
Руки за гол. Став! На стінку руки. Тримаєш? Стоять. Чистий. Рук, голову. Виводимо. До стіни. На колені. Все. То, що ми проходимо тут, а в реальному бою там...
Everything that we do here would be a matter of life and death in a real battle. My partner's life, for example, if I don't cover my sector properly. My life will depend on it, and everything we are taught here gives us an understanding of what it's like. Even though they have fought in different wars, weapons are the same everywhere. Bullets are the same everywhere. Missiles, that's all.
Зброя майже схожа. Скрізь, пулі скрізь, тобто ракети, то все. Ну, то проблема в толкателі, правильно? Чи в щок?
А може і в тому, і в тому.
А може в тому, і в тому.
Дистори пристріляй, бо то наша. Так, то наша Дашка, пристріляй, нормально там.
Забороняю стріляти несправною зброєю і несправними боєприпасами. Готові? Вперед. Заряжай. Огонь. Ще раз.
Overall, the instructors here are professionals, and if they carried out a training like they did in the Soviet Union or somewhere else, just to have a soldier come in, shoot 12 rounds and leave, everyone here has served, so everyone knows how to do it. This right here is completely different. Of course, we have the anti-terrorist operation going on in this country, even if they call it something different now. That's why there's more preparation, more spent per soldier. There's more attention on the individual soldier.
Подання. О, пристріляно нормальок.
Szczegółowe zadania, które...
If we're talking about the units we teach, those are first of all staff trainings. So preparing the staff based at the headquarters of the 2nd Battalion of the 80th Brigade.
Batalionu desantowo-szturmowego. Ponadto jesteśmy odpowiedzialni za
Polish instructors are also working in areas such as artillery, fire support, intelligence groups, and riflemen, as well as sapper groups.
Uczestniczymy w szkoleniu plutonu saperów.
We make ignition tubes. We explode small pellets so that we can see what we are dealing with, what kind of personnel we are dealing with. We also check the building for tripwires, mines, and other kinds of surprises, which we know from experience were used in the anti-terrorist operation zone. Personnel have to make mistakes, and we have to tell them that so that they make those mistakes here and not in the anti-terrorist operation zone.
We are now heading to the headquarters, and as instructors, we will give lessons there. They carry out tactical staff training programs. We will mostly observe their work, but along the way, we will show them how to improve based on our own experiences. During these staff trainings, information is exchanged as to certain operations. New orders are received every minute, which, after discussion, are delegated to the servicemen.
Центральний. Підрозділи зайняли оборону в заданих точках. Готових до переходу в атаку на зачистку об'єкта Майрі. Прийом. Міномет ви поставте свої міста. Розвідку спросіть, де вони знаходяться.
We observe the work in the Tactical Operational Center. We carry out combat missions. The subunits defend us and stop the opposition from breaking through.
Artillery is the real god of war, and artillery weapons are the most powerful in my opinion, because you can have the missile, the gun, and shoot 15 kilometers in distance. You can't even see the enemy, but you shoot.
А ти і не знаєш. Вроді би не бачиш ворога, а воно рветься.
From the time that we got here last November to now, there's been tremendous improvements in several areas. The development of quality standards has come along, particularly for the heavy weapon systems. We're getting close to finished product. The use of mission orders and planning, and particularly like the development of concept of operation sketches, has come from being a rough idea to being pretty proficient.
Різні моменти були.
There have been various incidents. We've been covered with missiles and mortars and large caliber weapons. Tanks fired at us. I was injured right at the very end. It was the last day just before we left. The artillery unit started to severely shoot at us. We ran for cover, and 5 minutes after there was a real big explosion. And that was it. I don't remember anything else. I just switched off. When I came out of it, everything was smoky. Everything. And there were those concrete slabs on my feet. They were pressing on my feet. They didn't land all the way up my leg. They were just pressing down really hard on my feet. Our guys ran while under fire. They dug themselves in. One guy died. He was crushed by the slabs. Others got concussions, different kinds of injuries like that.
Різні пошкодження такі, тобто.
Starting from the limbs, we check for bleeding. We check with our hands to see if he has a head injury or bullet holes. Then we take off his bulletproof vest. Then we cut all his clothes with scissors. Check the ribs aren't broken. Turn him onto his side in the recovery position. Now he's ready to be evacuated. Have you covered medicine at this point?
Yes, we have.
Are you saying something different, or is everything pretty much the same?
Different, and everything is mixed up.
Completely different. Now split into pairs and do exactly what he did. Choose who's going to be injured and then swap places.
You go somewhere and look at the students who are studying, going out, sitting in bars or somewhere. But people are already used to watching the news. People can get used to anything. They can reconcile themselves to some things and not to others. And after 24 years, my opinion on war has changed. You can't sleep as well as you used to. You can break down in the middle of the night. It doesn't happen that often. After someone reminds me of something during a conversation with friends, but I've become tougher maybe.
Більш жорсткіший став, можливо.
That's everything. Now switch.
Don't take off your vest.
Why?
Because of the microphone. Just pretend that you're taking it off.
And when you're checking up on your injured friend and see an injury, use the first aid kit, which can be found at